Today I'm going to share with you about how to send an auto reminder message to a user when he or she doesn't click any button on the screen. So actually this is the case scenario. Let me share with you. For example, today Edmund sent a message with a button to James. So what I mean with a button to James. So now I'm going to open this omni-channel and click on open board. Now I'm going to click the flows, and here is there's a test folder. So I'm going to click this send message. So now you can see what I mean, a text box with a button here. So which means that from the scenario over here, Edmund sent a message with button to James, but James read the message and James didn't click any button. So the case scenario over here, now we will need Message2u to auto send reminder message to James after 1 minute. So you can set up for 1 hours later, for 1 days later, for 20 days later, there is no problem. So if James respond within a minute, the reminder message will auto not send, which is to auto cancel to send the reminder message. So what we need to do, so I'm going to separate into two parts. The very first one, we need to create a new DateTime variable to save the current times. Definitely I'm going to share with you and how to create this step by step. And the second thing, we need to create a trigger functions to check the DateTime value. And the third thing, we are going to create a conditions. If the conditions is met, then the reminder message will be auto sent out. And the reminder message will need to insert into another workflow. So what I mean another workflow here, which is, there you go, you can see I need these two workflow. So the very first workflow, which is James will receive my message, and another workflow, which is if the condition is met within a minute, James didn't respond, then the reminder message will be sent automatically. So now what we need to do, create a new flow, and the very first step what you need to do, which is create a new text box and with a button over here. And this is an advanced tutorial. I think you should know how to create a button with a text box. So the second thing what you need to do, which is create a new note, and you can click the plus button over here and you can click actions. So inside action over here, what I need you to do, go to basic action and set variable value. So after you select the set custom field over here, this one, yes, set custom field, and make sure that you have select set variable value. Alright, so we only need one, so now remove it. So after that, just click here. Now you can see the very first thing what you need to do, you need to create a new variable which is tracking for text box number 1. So now for this variable, you can create over here. So you can go to content and you can go to user field and just click user field, and you can type anything, example DateTime variables. Alright, so now you get about the type over here, you just need to change to DateTime. Make sure it is DateTime. Alright, so after that, click save. So because of I have already done this variable, so I'll just skip this. So now let's come back over here. You can see I have already created a variable DateTime. I name it tracking for text box number 1. So remember this name. So later we are going to use these variable names again. And the operation over here, make sure you select input value. And for the value over here, you can click this variable option here and select board current time. Board current time. So what is the system work over here? The board current times, which means that the user current times when our system send a message to the user, then the board current times value will be automatically to save into this variable. The variable, for example, 5 o'clock p.m. 21st of July. So all these value will be saved inside here. So now you can see, let's simulate over here. When we start the flow and we send this message to the user. But before we send this message to the user, actually we have already recorded the bot current times and saved into the DateTime variable over here. So now we have already got this variable. We have already got this value for inside this variable over here. So now what we need to do, click Publish, and the next step we are going to automation over here. Automations. We need to go to trigger, and what we need to do, click the new trigger and scroll down here. We need to go for DateTime based trigger. Now click it. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to change to 1 and select minutes and select after. And now we can just type any keyword to find the DateTime variable here. Now you can see this is a tracking for text box number 1. So the trigger function here, what if the user have received a message with a button, and the trigger function's record will be automatically to send out after 1 minute. So this is the function that what is the purpose of these trigger functions. Okay, now let me close it and let me share with you that what I have done previously. Okay, now you can see this is what I have done 1 minute after, and make sure that there is a button you need to toggle and make it activated. So after that, click save. Okay, now the next thing, you should see there is choose subflow over here. What you need to do, just click it and then make sure that you have select the right subflow. The right subflow means that the flow you have created for sending out the reminder message. So what if you didn't create it? Now you can go back, flows, and create a new one. Just click create new subflow. Now you can see actually I have created a new one and I have already selected it. Now link the two nodes together and just put a reminder message here. Just simply to put something here. Okay, now let's come back here. Let's come back to automation and go to trigger and make sure you have select the right flow and choose reminder message. Now you can see the reminder message is the flow name. Okay, so after you have chosen and everything is okay, and let's come back to the reminder message, and you can see there is a variable names will be displayed here. The meaning of this start over here, the start nodes will automatically to trigger the value from this variable. Alright, now let me recap here. Create a new DateTime variables to save current times. Okay, now send a message, create a new DateTime variable, this one. Now let's come back here, create a trigger function to check the DateTime value. So still remember that I go to automation, go to trigger, and you can see I have already created 1 minute after the value, which means that if the current time is 5:30 p.m., then after 1 minute, which is 5:31 p.m., the function will be automatically triggered. Alright, so if condition meets, then send reminder message, which is after 1 minute. Right, so reminder message will need to insert into another workflow. So come back over here, flows. This is what I mean over here. So now we go to send a message, Now I'm going to use Telegram, browse, and click it and start here. Now you can see James has already received a message, but James didn't click anything. Now you can see I have already start from 8 p.m. 15 minutes. I consider this is 10 seconds. I believe that 16 minutes, approximately 25 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds, the reminder message will be sent out automatically. Alright, so now which means that James didn't click anything, then the reminder message will be sent out automatically. So now we are going to the second part. The second part, which is to track the user, behavior, to track the user whether the user has taken any action previously or not. So we are going to add a new tag to track the user location, which means that if the user has been clicked the button, then the reminder message will need to cancel automatically. So what we need to do, go back here, and now the first thing first, what we need to do is click this button, and we go over here, click the button, and now you scroll down, and you can see there is a perform additional actions. Okay, now click it, and then click action, and now click save. Okay, what does it mean? This is a tracking functions. The tracking functions means that whether the user has already clicked or didn't click or not. So what we need to do, we just need to click this note and go to basic action, and now we go to add tag, add a new tag. Okay, here's the tag here. Now I name it reminder message button click. Okay, button click. Yes, button click. Okay, now which means that when the user click this button, then we are going to assign the tag to the user. The user has been clicked. So what about over here? We need to remove the tag here. Now we go over here, this one, DateTime Value, and go to basic action, remove the tag. Now reminder message button click. Alright, so now click publish. So what does that mean? When we send a message to the user James, when James receive a message, if James didn't click any message, which means that there is no tag mentioned James has been clicked. What if the user James has been clicked the button, which means our system will automatically to assign a tag to the James and mention James didn't mention, and input our system here, James has been clicked the button. Alright, so now what we need to do, the second thing what we need to do, which is remove the tag from the text box. This is what we have done. The step number 7, insert tag into trigger function for conditions. Alright, now go back, automatic here, go to triggers, and go to this one, reminder message, and click the pencil, and now you can see add filter for bot. Alright, so now we are going to add the tag. What does that mean? Has not in, has any of the, okay, reminder button click. Yes, now click save. So the condition over here, when we want to send a message to the user and we found that actually there is no tag assigned, then we just send out. If there is a tag for this user, then the system will not automatically to trigger. Alright, so now we just click save. Okay, now let's come back over here. The condition over here until step 7. Now repeat, if user didn't click any button, so which means that no tag, then after 1 minute system auto send reminder message. Okay, if user click the button and now got tag, right? After 1 minute system will not send reminder message. Now you got the logic, how does the system work? Alright, so now we are going to step number 8, which is the last step. We are going to create a condition to double check the reminder workflow. So this is double check for you. This is to play safety. Now we go back to this reminder message, and what we can do, just drag and click the plus and click the oh sorry, not this one. We're going to click and condition. Okay, the condition over here, conditions to check tag. Now just click this add condition group, select any of the following, click the button, the tag, okay, has any of the following or not in. Now we change to reminder button click. Okay, now change over here, click publish. Alright, so which means that after this is to double safety for you. So which means let's come back over here to automations and go to trigger and go to reminder, and now you can see actually for these conditions actually is same as the flow, the reminder flow for this one. Oh sorry, now click this one, any, and not in the flowing. Okay, reminder message, yes, click save. Okay, which means if no tag found, then send out the message. Alright, so for this tutorial actually you can use this types of tutorial to any reminder message. For example, calendar reminder message. You can go for a type, choose any buttons reminder message. You can go for text waiting for reply reminder message. So the tutorial is just very simple for you to understanding how the system works and how you can create a reminder message when the user has already been clicked or didn't click. Alright, my sharing will be end over here. Thank you very much.